we're going to be talking about goal setting and the Aquarius full moon, which was yesterday. But when you're working with moon energy, you have about 3 days to get in what you're trying to do with it. So usually the day before, the day of, and the day after is fine. Okay. Just take a second to close our eyes. Focus on our breathing. Deep into the belly. Spine tall. Shoulders back and down. Just going to take a few breaths. Take a moment to create some space in our morning. Set the pace for the day in a calm, content, peaceful, and focused manner. With every in-breath, you're bringing space to your day, life, that's vitality to your body. And with every exhale, we're releasing a little bit more tension, a little bit more stress, bringing our energy down from the top half of our body where we like to keep it, because that's where our senses are, down into the lower part of our body so that we're more grounded, stable. Finding comfort in the physical existence of this body. So I'm going to talk a little bit about goal setting and how it pertains to the moon. If you're new around here, I send out monthly new moon and full moon emails that correlate with the zodiac sign of where the moon is at this time. And when you're working with moon energy to manifest your goals, just like the moon has phases, so do we, so do goals. Everything in the universe is connected, and if you're aware of fractal patterns, then you will see how everything is the same. It's all just repeating patterns over and over again. And when you're setting goals to the moon, as the moon's energy comes and goes, wanes, so does the energy that it can bring to your goals. And when you set your goals to the beginning of the moon phase, which is the new moon, in alignment with whatever zodiac it's in at the time, you can get a little bit more oomph. It helps us to stay balanced, because when we're recycling through the zodiacs, depending on which one we're in, whatever that zodiac controls, rules, the aspects of it can be put towards your goals, so that, let's say, for example, if we're working on, if it's the Virgo new moon, then we want to focus on self-care goals. And then if it's the Capricorn new moon, then we want to focus on business goals, would do really well then. If it's Cancer new moon, then family goals, relationship goals, that kind of thing. So as we're cycling through the zodiacs, it helps us to cycle through all aspects of our life so that we're staying balanced, finding balance in all the things. You know, if we're focusing too heavily on the professional goals, then our relationships may suffer, our self-care may suffer if we're not giving those goals any attention. So I really like the zodiac model of manifesting with the moon so that we can make sure we're staying balanced and aligned and touching all areas of our life. But I'm going to stop sending the emails out. I've kind of moved past them in what I'm doing with my business, so I won't be sending them out anymore. I won't be putting them in the Facebook groups anymore. I won't be uploading them to Instagram anymore. So, like, they won't be anywhere except for in the Moon Magi course, or, yeah, I guess it's a course, program, directory, you know, but in there we have not only the full moons and the, well, not all the full moons are in there yet. I'm putting them in there as they come up. So, you know, there's no reason for, I don't know which ones we haven't done yet, a Leo full moon if there's no more Leo full moons until December. I just throw in random things out there, like, I'd probably not a Leo moon in December. But anyway, but all of those will be in there. All of the new moons though are in there because I've been doing that one for a couple of years for sure. And not only are each zodiac moon templates in there, but the first section of the directory course Moon Magi program is understanding the basics of astrology so that you can take the information that I give you and implement it. So it'll walk you through step by step how to know what the moon's in, how to go about setting your goals to the moon, how to cycle through them, how to stay on track. But essentially, when you set your goals on the new moon, and then you use the 2 weeks leading up to the full moon to put in the work behind them. So doing your research and implementing things and creating things depending on what your goals are for that cycle. And then once you get to the full moon, that's kind of the peak, and it's time to let go and relax and sit in it. And the new moon, full moon is revealing, so it shines a light on all that we need when we're thinking about it. So when you're coming up on the full moon, when you're hitting the full moon, then you want to take a step back, focus on some self-care, relax a little bit, meditate, ask the universe, guides, God, source, what you need to know now, you know, what needs to be revealed. Contemplate your goals, what's working, what's not, where do you need to tweak things, what do you need to refine, what do you need to let go of, all of that. And so the full moon is just a time to chill, focus on you, think about things, and just kind of like look back at the work you've done for the past 2 weeks and see what's working, what's not, and tweak where you need to do that. And then from the full moon to the next new moon, you're refining, you're letting go, you're tweaking, because on the full moon, we're just thinking about what needs to be done. So it's kind of like you're making another goal list, essentially. You know, you have your end goal that you started with, but now we've been implementing. We're kind of seeing what's working, what's not, redefining. So the next 2 weeks is where you're going to be doing that. letting go, refining, touching on things that didn't get as much attention in the first 2 weeks. And then as we get closer to the new moon, then we're clearing, we're creating space, we're uh, just letting go of everything that doesn't serve us, that isn't working. We're getting ready for our new goal. If it's the same goal, then we're doing some more research on that and planning. And if it's a new goal, then we're looking at that, seeing what we need with that, starting to plan that. So that's kind of how that goes. And when you're setting goals, I want you to be very specific in what you're trying to accomplish. A lot of us have goal setting misdirections. You know, my air conditioner just kicked on, so if that's too loud, you let me know. I'm obviously not using the air conditioner, so I have no problem cutting it off since I'm outside. My husband's using the air conditioner, but he'll be okay for a little while. I'll apologize for if this video seems awkward. It's because it's my second live doing it. And I've never been good at talking to a screen. So if you want to have a conversation with me, this would go a lot better, a lot smoother, a lot less awkward for all of us. But, you know, here's the information spiel. So anyway, back to goal setting. Most of us don't set the proper goals that we need. We think our goal is to make money. And it technically may be. But why? Most of us don't want money just for it to sit there and not do anything with it, right? Just to collect money that's useless. Why do we want the money? What emotions are behind the wanting of the money? It's usually not the money that we actually want. What we actually want is more freedom, time, space to spend with our family, our friends, to do the things we want to do. We want the happiness, the contentment, the safety, the security that we think it's going to bring us. These sorts of things. So once we get our actual real goal in mind, then we can start working it out and getting it to manifest. Because just saying I want money, like, okay, that's usually there's end goals and means goals, okay? The end goal is the why you want more money, okay? You're looking for security, happiness that you think it's going to buy you, it's not, better, more time to spend in relationships, more time to spend on your passion, more time to, whatever. What is the end goal that we're looking for? That's what this is. The money, the wanting more money, is just the means goal. That's the means of getting to the goal. And a lot of us get that confused. It's the same thing with weight loss. Why do you want to lose weight? Just for the sake of losing weight? Or are you looking for self-love, body positivity? Do you want to fit in those jeans? Why? Are you trying to impress somebody? Maybe we should take a step back and learn how to be content and happy with who we are. Yeah, the health of it, why? Why are we doing this? What are the emotions behind it? Because nobody really wants to lose weight. Like, dieting sucks. It's hard. It's restrictive. I could go on for days about the problems with dieting, and I do not ever recommend it. Nobody wants that. That's not a goal, The goal is to feel better about yourself, to love yourself, to like who you are, to feel pretty, to, those types of things too. We think that losing weight is going to make us more accepted, more loved, more worthy, you know, and none of that is true. And so we really just want to break that down and figure out what our end goal is. And it's usually an emotion. Okay. It's usually an emotion. If it's not, rework it and figure out what you're actually trying to accomplish. So, starting now that we've covered that, I want to know what your goals are. Put them in the comments, and we can discuss them individually. And it's kind of like free coaching. So throw your goals in here, and we can talk about what is holding you back from that, what we can do to get closer to that. We can discuss if that is it an ends goal or is it a means goal. So if you want to share them with us, go for it. So, all of that being said, let's take a look at the Aquarius full moon and how we would set our goals to that. So, Aquarius is one of my favorite signs, and funny story, I may or may not be a Aquarius rising. And when I say may or may not be, I asked my mom when I was born, like the time and everything. I put that in, and it said Aquarius rising. Like, okay. Well, like 2 years at least went by, and it tracks, y'all. It tracks. I'm totally, I don't want to say weird. Aquariuses get a bad rap for being weird, but they're actually very forward thinkers. They look for ways of betterment and bettering society. So when they come across something that's humanity plus and could do better for the world, then they implement it, and they don't understand why other people aren't doing it. Like essentially, oh look, here's a better way of living. Their Aquariuses are generally going to immediately drop what they were doing and start doing the new thing that is better, because I mean that makes the most sense, right? Apparently that's weird. So it totally tracks that I would be an Aquarius rising. But then like 6-ish months ago, I put in the exact same information to look at something else, and suddenly I was a Capricorn rising. So now I'm super confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I am. I guess it's an identity crisis, because honestly, Capricorn rising tracks too. Like business, money. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I don't know who I am. What's your rising sign? Tell me that in the comments, and tell me if it fits you or not. I need to dig out my birth certificate and put it in, and that's that. So anyway, Aquarius keywords: friendly, humanitarian, loyal, tolerant, strong-willed, intellectual, idealistic, witty, original, and independent. Which is, they're the generals of changing the world, essentially. They believe in positive change. So, better ways of doing things. They're friendly. They like socialization. So, goals set. Well, we're not in the new moon, though. We're in Aquarius. So, I mean, sorry, full moon. We'll get better at this, y'all. So, we would have set our goals. What was last? I can't. Okay, so what was the last? Oh, I got it right here. Hold on. Leo. So we set our new moon intentions to Leo, which is leadership and confidence and putting ourselves out there, that kind of thing. So with the new moon, we set our goals according to those aspects. And then with the full moon, we ask the questions that are set with that. Okay. So whereas the Leo new moon would have had us being like, okay, where can I put my confidence? How can I put myself out there? How can I lead people? How can I express myself? That kind of stuff. The Aquarius, when we're looking at our goals from this standpoint, it's going to be like, okay, so I'm leading. How can I be more helpful in that area? How can I be more positive for the whole? How can I be with Leo, we had confidence. So now with this, how can we be more confident in sharing our truth, what we believe in, our morals? So they kind of go together. Um, the element of Aquarius is air. Surprise, surprise. Everybody thinks it's a water sign. It's not. It's an air sign. So air is very fluid, it's always moving, it's active, it's energetic, it's always thinking, it's creating, it has ideas, it wants to talk, it wants to share. And it's in the 11th house of friendship. So, you know, it's a great time to socialize, to network, to spend time with friends, having fun, that kind of thing. In the email, I had a releasing exercise. So you just put in the earlier parts of this video, we were talking about releasing things and letting go of things that aren't working in the full moon. And once you have a list of those, granted, you're kind of going to want to keep notes. So I would say 2 lists. I'm a big fan of journals. So if you have a journal, this would be a great place to write down your list, but then take another scrap piece of paper and then write down the things that you want to release. You know, self-doubt, shyness, confidence problems, trauma, anything you want to release, anything that's holding you back from meeting your goals. You write that down on your piece of paper and then you burn it, okay? And that's symbolic of letting go of those things. And it gives it more energy, more power. So let me know if you did that. That's really all I had with the goal setting and the Aquarius full moon. Once again, the full moon and new moon emails and updates in the Facebook group and all of that, they are going to stop. So if you have enjoyed the new moon, full moon exercises, then the only place to find that now will be Moon Magi, which you can find on the website earthandwater.co, where all of my stuff is. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your goals are. Let me know what your rising sign is, because that's fun. And if it tracks for who you are. Did you participate in the Mental Health Warrior Summit this week? That's been great. The email that went out yesterday, and it had my information on it because it was my day to speak, and totally had my website wrong, which is fine. Mistakes happen, which just goes to show you that nobody's perfect. I like to tell people that there are even errors and typos in textbooks, okay? I'm talking medical textbooks, law textbooks. Nobody's perfect. Everything is human made, and since humans are not perfect, nobody is, then nothing is perfect. And that's great. That's fine. Embrace the little imperfections. Let them be a pinpoint marker to remember not to always take things so seriously in life, because we really only have this one life. And I mean, sure, we can talk about reincarnation, but it doesn't really matter, because this life right now, right here, is the only one that we're aware of, and it's the only one that you're going to be you in. So if you're not having fun with it, if you're not enjoying life, then what is the point of it? You know, we take life entirely too seriously for no reason. I mean, yeah, there are seriousnesses in life, and yeah, we need to act right for future generations so that they can enjoy life as well. So just remember that the point is to have fun safely and responsibly and kindly and heart-centeredly and all of that good jazz. But all right, so there you go with that. I don't know if we will generally make these an hour long or 30 minutes. 30 minutes is probably the longest that I can just talk and tell you things without interacting. So it'll probably depend a lot on interaction. Utilize these lives, y'all. On Tuesday mornings, I'll be popping in here. Come ask me questions. Utilize the time to get through what you need, okay? To get the information that you need. Talk to me about confidence, anxiety, stress, tension, especially in how it pertains to building an online presence, because that's what we're focusing on from now on. So we're going to start having a lot more information about blogging, podcasting, website building, but not so much in the technical areas. Like, there's a lot of blogging resources out there and podcasting resources and all of that thing. I am not that. I'm here to help you find the confidence to get your presence out there, the confidence to put yourself out there. So yeah, let me know what you need. Let me know how things are. I'm thinking about bringing on some guests in some of these areas on Thursdays, maybe? What do you think? For them to do a Facebook Live in here? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But let me know. And I hope you all have a great day. Be sure to create space for yourself to just exist. Anxiety is almost, if it's, we're not going to get into that right now. Anxiety is lying to you no matter what it's saying. And yeah, just let me know. I hope you'll have a great day, and I truly hope you found value in this live, and they will get better. They will get more refined, and we'll get used to it. What are we talking about next week? Have it up. Where is it? Imposter syndrome. That's a great one. I like that subject. All right, so if you have imposter syndrome, check us out here next Tuesday, 9 a.m. CST. So it's 9:30 now, whatever. All right, talk to you later. Bye.